everyone, and thank you for joining me. Another wedding card in white and gold, and I am making an 8x8 card again, and I have used beautiful embossing folder, beaded heart lattice embossing folder, 3D folder from Phil, Sentimentally Yours. I don't want to dazzle you too much, but it is amazing. So let's just, oh, I already prepped it. I have already prepped it. And I used double-sided tape for this one. And don't ask me why, but I have to do some prep before I start recording videos. Otherwise my videos are gonna be like an hour long and you're all gonna be sleeping, so don't want that. I will give you measurements in a moment. Just make sure and be careful when you use a heart lattice, beaded heart lattice 3D embossing folder, that the hearts are facing the way you want them to face, the right way. Okay, and I have no space for an error in here because I am using double-sided tape. So when it's down, it's down. Okay, like so. And then this layer is going glue, please. I don't want, I am putting my glue slightly away from the edge because I don't want to ooze out on my next layer. And my next layer is, as you can see, marigold layer. Don't want to mess that up. Okay, so ready to go. Position it. Hopefully you don't need any adjusting because it is not impossible, but it is quite hard to get rid of the glue residue on miri card, so you have to be super duper careful, okay, when you work with miri card. And this layer, the whole thing is going on double-sided tape, and it's a little bit on the wrong, but I can live with that. That's not a problem. And this way. Also, do not forget, when you have large surface like this, do make sure you put some foam tape in the middle as well. And I do also like to put little bits both sides from the middle. And now I'm going to take my pokey tool and take the tape backing off. And please make sure when you have got anything with orientation, whether it would be pattern paper or embossing folder like this one with hearts on, make sure before you put it on your card blank that your card blank opens the way you want it to open. So before you stick down, make sure your card blank is in the right orientation. Okay, now where are my hearts? My hearts are facing, yes, this way. I am super happy with that. That's the card base done. So if you are wondering, 8x8 card blank, gold layer, 7 3/4 by 7 3/4, white layer 7.5 inches by 7.5 inches, and the very top embossed is 6.5 inches by 6.5 inches. Okay, now I am using this beautiful heart and going to be again super careful when I'm applying glue, and I might have to dab it off a little bit with my finger again. So I'm going round. I am hoping you can see what exactly I'm doing. So where these two hard lines are, this is where I'm applying my glue. And also anything that sticks out, like butterfly, 1, 2, this little leaf, and back to the frame. I should be happy with that. Some flowers just in the middle, have a little bit of like a bit left, and now I'm going to dab it with my finger to make sure it's not too much glue sitting in there, so it doesn't ooze out. You don't want it to ooze out and then you're gonna have glue prints on top of your beautiful marigold layer. And as you can see, my base, I die cut solid white layer because you do get an option. You can die cut either solid layer or a frame that goes underneath your fancy layer. So it's completely up to you how you want it to be done. And I think I just stuck my gluey finger. I need to wait a little bit, and then I'm going to turn it upside down, and that's it. I'm safe now. I am safe. And obviously I can squish it now because I know I took all the residue glue away with my fingers, and well, almost all of it. Okay, I'm happy with that. Happy. Look at this. It is, just looking at my hearts where they're facing, this beautiful heart is going on the foam tape. Let's put it on the foam tape and give it a little bit of dimension so that it does stand out a little bit. Oh, I will use that. Oh. Okay. And again, taking my tape backing off, I have got these beautiful butterflies on the left hand side of my card. You can see I also made a sentiment topper using one of the layer differently collection, die collection. So if you've got that one and wondering where this sentiment topper came from, layered differently die collection, and going to position my heart in the middle and as straight as I can. Next I've got some die cuts from Clock Faces, and as you can see I only die cut 2 layers, not die cutting any numbers for this one because I don't need them on this card. So when you get your dies in your hands, use them as you wish, because not always you need some numbers. Gluing this one and upside down again, and I'm just gonna hold for a couple of seconds. Also these two dies, not two dies, these two die cuts are the same size, so I offset slightly the bottom layer so it looks a little bit more interesting. And I'm trying to clean my marigold a little bit. This is going in this corner here. Don't know whether to put it on a little bit of foam tape or glue gel. What do I want? What do I want? I'm gonna put a little bit of foam tape underneath on one side where it's going to stick out. So only need a little bit, just so it doesn't sink in. And quickly going to take my tape backing off again. This one doesn't have any orientation because I didn't die cut the numbers. This is where it's gonna go, and I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue gel on the rest, and like so. Okay, happy with that. And then sentiment topper is going on top of it. Glue gel, a little bit of dimension in the middle on your wedding day. Make sure it is all nice and straight, the way you want it to be. Now I've got these butterflies and I left one to show you what I've done. I basically, well, you have an option. You can cut these antennas so you don't end up with 4 antennas. I didn't, because I'm doing it super carefully, and I am going to put a little bit of glue on the middle of the body, a little bit of glue on my antennas, dab it off with my finger so I don't have too much of a glue, and carefully, very carefully, because you really have got only one shot on this one, because you are gluing down to Miri card again. Don't want any glue residue on that. And that is it. I'm only gluing the middle part of the body because this way they look 3D. See, they look beautiful. Okay, sentiment is on, butterflies are done, and let's put butterflies on. I am not having any flowers on this card. I just decided to put put butterflies on. And this is what I'm gonna do. My largest butterfly is going on the bottom, and I'm using glue gel on the bottom, on the frame, medium one, again on the frame, and they kind of going to fly around the frame. This little one, over here, right on the petal of this flower. And because I'm using a glue gel, I can move them around a little bit until I am happy the way it looks. Inside or outside? I mean, it does look a little bit plain, but no, I'm gonna leave it plain, and I'm going to put my last butterfly right on the frame again. Sometimes looking plain is nice. Not all the time, but sometimes it is. Wedding card is done. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!